Oh, snap, son. Hey, what's up, Rob? EXPI all the way back and popping 10% this morning. GBTC, right, it's up a little bit. Yeah, it's up a bunch, but it's all the way back down to that breakout point. Yeah, market's been pretty tricky. Pays too, yeah, 5%. Yeah, but that's dead. EXPI is still in the mix. They broke the 50-day. Didn't really do it in bad volume, so that's worth keeping an eye on. Nvidia, DDOG 1%, Peloton. Yeah, Bitcoin's getting a good little pump today too. Riot moving a little bit, not a ton. Yeah, almost nothing. Vongo still hanging out up here. Zoom yesterday started out good, ended up bad. Closed way off. So election's a week away, guys. A week away. So let's get ready to vote. It's going to be extreme voting. That's right. And until the market's going to be extreme chop. So, blah, blah, blah. Not a whole lot to do down here. Tesla hanging out above our support line. So there's our supportive trend line, and chopping the 50-day right now on really no volume. So nothing too bad happening here. Waiting to see if Tesla's going to announce six-wheeled autonomous driving golf carts or something. I don't know what they're going to announce, but they usually give something. At least in the past year and a half, they've given some kind of catalyst to move this stock at least 20%. So it's coming in. You finally got voting mail, but it was just 3 prop things? Really? No presidential vote by mail? Yeah, they're trying to defraud your vote, Rob. All the vote in by mail ballots go directly to the Democratic National Committee. Directly. I told my mom. She's a Republican. She already voted for Trump. Um, they don't try hard in Cali. My mom, I told my mom like a couple weeks ago. She mentioned she got her ballot. I said, "Good. I'll let you know who they want you to vote for." That's pretty funny. So much fraud. So much fraud. Oh, we saw my wife and I watched that new Borat movie last night. It was pretty good. Pretty good Borat movie. Some crazy ish they do. It's like Jackass, but with a dude and a girl, minus all the blood. All right, EXPI, how you doing down here? Let's go revisit an EXPI trade. Let's go see what's going on here. The Giuliani thing, I don't know. It wasn't. I don't think it was that damning. She was goading him on the entire time. Yeah, so I don't know. It was it was a thing. I mean, so big whoop. A lawyer cheats on his wife. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure. Is he married? I don't know. I have no idea if he's married, but much ado about nothing. It's pretty funny though. It's pretty funny to see her flirting a little bit with Giuliani. That was pretty good. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, I was looking pretty bad there for a minute yesterday. Let's look at the Qs for a sec. Yeah, it was like pointing straight down. Just absolutely straight down. Ended up with kind of a bit of a bottoming candle sequence right there. This doesn't always work out that well, but that's not a setup I would have purchased. I don't know, maybe on this little small candle, but I wouldn't have purchased those bottom two candles. But that was a pretty decent sign. And then bouncing up today. So you can see today we're still going to be under most of yesterday. I mean, that sell-off pointed about 285 on the Qs, not the TQQQ, but just the Qs. I haven't done much, to be honest with you, and I'm kind of glad. I mean, the market hasn't dropped off a cliff yet. EXPI is looking enticing down here off the 50-day. I mean, it's really the first time it's been on the 50-day this entire run. This is the 10-day, which is akin to the 50-day. So basically tested the 10-day, but now we're testing it again. I'm just not sure. I don't know where it's going to go. It may come back up and try 55. I think that would likely be something good. Hey, what's up, Pete? Yeah, but see, oh, that's Twitter. Oh, my little puppy's running me rampant. I'm tired. I need to go to bed like an hour and a half earlier. There we go. EXPI 55. That looks a little better. Not great, though. Going out 24 days, max gain on this is 72%. That's not really all that spectacular. It's not too bad, though. Bailed on EXPI yesterday? Oh, what, at the 41? Did you break even? Oh, yeah, I guess it was down there, huh? Sheesh. Yeah, we talked what on this big day? Right there. Yeah, let's see how it handles today. It does have some good support here going back through the 50-day. Which is actually down here, I think. Oh, you took some off at 55? Yeah, that's good. That's really good, RP. Good job. Yeah, I don't know. I probably should have been more bearish on that day. That was a pretty bad day. And yeah, yesterday was pretty garbage. Although the volume in XPI wasn't too bad yesterday. So it's leading us today. Net looks like Net trying to Net with that huge gap up. I think did they buy someone? Didn't they buy someone? I think they bought someone. Was that the 12th? Oh, they introduced a new service. Maybe that was it. Cloudflare 1. Yeah. Cloudflare 1. So they're doing like remote teams or something. Nice little bull flag set up on Cloudflare. Looks like it's trying to get going this morning. Volume's a little bit light. It's heavier than most days in the morning. AMD bought Xilinx? Aren't they network? XLYX? XLNX. That's what it is. I think, don't these guys do networking equipment? Implies a 143 for Xilinx shares. They usually do. It's looking for the about section. About Xilinx. No. Here we go. Highly flexible adaptive processing platforms. Cloud to the edge of the endpoint. Silicon on chip. Huh. Hey, what's up, Ellie? All right, so I guess they do computing too. I thought they were network. I guess I'm wrong. That's interesting. They like something about Xilinx, huh? Net looks like it's continuing on this morning at least. I don't know about on the daily. Tesla trying to come back 2%. Finding some support off the trend line, and which is just below the 50-day, but we really bounced off the trend line. But we really, that is a close pretty much at the 50-day, even though it may be a little bit below. It's negligible likely. And don't I think I have some closing? I think I have some shorts open on Tesla based on last week's action. $450. And I've got to 450, which seems a little ominous right now, but only a few days left. This Friday, we'll see how it goes. We shall see. We shall see. Tesla really has been handled. I mean, this consolidation is just awesome. Absolutely great. Nasdaq is kind of floundering about a little bit, really coming down a lot on decent volume too, at least in the futures market. But look at Tesla. Tesla's like gone on vacation. They just don't care. Tesla's looking looking very nice, huh? Yeah, I listened to Borat for an hour and a half last night, so I'm going to be saying that all the time. It is cold in Phoenix this morning. It was like 50 degrees. Had to take the damn dog out to go to the bathroom. Jeesh. Cold. Very cold. Actually, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Do you know any people from Kazakhstan, Ellie? Probably. I wonder how they feel about Borat. People from Kazakhstan. It really doesn't paint them in a good light. It's funny as shit, though. Yeah, he did a few things in that movie that were pretty off the wall, pretty out there. 47. Oh, you're in. I thought you were in Montana for a second. Glad I'm not in Montana or something right now. Yeah, for real. People in Kazakhstan are like Mexicans. Borat's nothing like this. Oh yeah, I know. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I chose Kazakhstan. I don't think I've ever met a person from Kazakhstan. Ellie, you're probably the first Ukrainian person I've ever met. Fastly, a good bottom buy. FSLY? No. Oh, it is right. Okay, cool. Oh wow, actually, RP, that may not be the worst thing ever. Ooh, it's close though because there's earnings. So 8/28. That's tomorrow. Did I say before? No, after. So earnings. I mean, you can try, but that's some crazy ass. There's earnings right there on Fastly, and keep in mind, I think they warned, which caused this gap. You said that in Slack. Did I see it? Oh, you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, if you want to nibble at it, RP, I mean, that's up to you. But if you are, just make it a really small position. Make sure you can handle a 15% drop. The warning was like 3% though, and they drop more. Oh, okay. Oh, so this was a while ago you mentioned that. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you did mention that. I remember. Yeah. So yeah, Rob also mentioned Dunkin' Donuts apparently was getting bought or merged or something. And my joke of the day was, are they going to merge with someone that makes good donuts? Because I actually hate their donuts. They're horrible, horrible donuts. Last earnings was dropped though. Yeah, it could be a. I mean, could be a pop. I mean, really, that's not a bad support. You just really have to hope that holds because the 200 days down here at what 57. That's your next maybe support. So that is 30%, 20, yeah, between 25 and 30% maybe drop. Um, if you want it, look into it a little bit more. But they're taking a lot of risk off the table right there. I think. Whoops, darn it, didn't want to do that. But at the same time, you look at this. This is like baby brother drop right here. Boom, came right down to that same level. So I don't know. That's a pretty good look though, RP. That's a pretty decent look right there. You tried them when you first arrived to the U.S. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts should not be your first introduction to donuts. I mean, even for children, it's just bad donutting. You know, there should be a sign. Ooh, I just you know what? I just made a donut shop slogan. Donut better. Bam. I'm trademarking that shit. I'm gonna sell it to someone. I'm gonna write down my whiteboard right here. Donut better. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna take my. Oh, cause of marketing. I gotcha. Yeah, Domino's Pizza. When did you come to the U.S.? I don't think you've ever told me that. Domino's is okay. It's not the best pizza in the world, but it's not complete garbage. It's a lot better than it used to be. 2011, yeah, okay. Um, 2011. Did they change their formula since then? They've been slowly iterating on their. They've been software iterating on their pizza actually. At least they did around that time. So yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go Pizza Hut. They're usually a little. Well, they were a lot more aggressive with their marketing. I don't watch TV in a while, so I don't know. Snack type stuff? Who the fuck goes to Domino's for snack type stuff? That's what Circle K's for. Although now I go into Circle K and look around and I'm just like, hey, nothing in here is good for you except for that one banana hanging on the rack that's about to turn into dust. KFC? Oh, you don't? I love KFC. Love KFC. KFC is really good. They have some of the best chicken strips. If you like chicken strips, go back to KFC and get chicken strips if you don't like their chicken. Their chicken strips are really good. It's actually good chicken. It's actually good chicken. Oh, stuffed garlic bread, cheesy sauce. Okay. Yeah, I'm weird. I don't eat that stuff. I'm a weird eater, man. Don't ever invite me over for dinner because I won't eat it. My wife hates my food habits 100%. I'd like to say I'm trying, but I'm trying to try. It's just not quite working out. I should go long, better food. Short Randy's eating habits is good. Olive Garden's overrated. Yeah, I can't bring myself to go pay $12 for pasta that I could make for literally a dollar. I can't do it. And yeah, I just can't do it. Plus, I hate water in my spaghetti. I hate watery spaghetti. The garlic bread's pretty good. I do go there for the breadsticks. I do go there for the breadsticks. Yeah. So I'll maybe go there once a year. But now that I have a friend that doesn't talk to me anymore for some stupid reason, I don't really go there at all anymore because she used to go there all the time. Well, at least a couple times a year. Now I don't go there at all. I'm gonna find new friends. My kids are gonna grow up knowing their dad has no friends, and they're not gonna know how to have friends. That's weird. I just have internet friends. It's a restaurant for the poor. Well, they still have, well, not friends here, Ellie. Like, you guys are my friends. I would invite, Ellie's been to my house. Ellie, you're my friend. I would invite Rob to my house. Rob's cool. R. Pete, I would meet you at a Starbucks. I'd let R. Pete to my house too. You guys are cool. No, I got a couple of friends, but they're not, I know Eric and Joanne, but they're more like friends of my son's friend, although we become friends. We're not like super friendly though. We usually get together just for family stuff. We don't just like have them over. Yeah, most of my old friends just drifted away for this or that reason. Yeah, getting older sucks. Well, if you said you were from Kazakhstan, I wouldn't have invited you over. But yeah, I'm like, Ukraine? Yeah, that's cool. Fastly turning over already? Yep, rolling over a little bit. Tesla stalled out too. Nasdaq about zero point 0.4, which isn't too bad. It did break that range yesterday, though. I think someone commented in Slack. So we were holding really tight here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was starting to like this, and then yesterday happened, and I'm like, okay, fine. But it was a bottoming day. If you look at it, we closed pretty high up in the range. So, we're still not completely falling apart. I'm not mad at the market right here. I'm just biding my time. That's an actual saying. It's not a play on Joe Biden, although it comes out like that every time. It's just the way that it is. I actually do say that saying often enough. All right, so what else we got? Peloton. You trying to form a little bottom here, Peloton? Not too bad. All right, back down to where I sold it. I think it's still above where I sold it. I think I sold it on this day before the red day. I don't remember. I know I didn't get the top though. Biden bottom. Well, it's gonna be. I'm. I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I generally have a bullish spin on the market because it's generally bullish. I don't think there's a major reason to start, to arbitrarily call for bearish market environment until you see evidence on the chart. Because I mean, if you look at the Nasdaq going back even past 10 years, if you go go to the Wayback Machine on the Nasdaq. Let's do it with TradingView, just because I hate myself. Yeah, see Bitcoin 2.5 today, pretty good. Litecoin stagnating today, nice. Um, but if you go to the NQ, you're supposed to go with my. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right. So if you go way back on the Nasdaq, and this goes for almost any stock exchange, the only times of extreme bearishness you see are after those extreme events. So this is 2K. This is the housing crisis, right? And looks like I wrote the symbol for pi. And look, you've got a couple of small bobbles right here. A year of flatness, but it didn't really drop on you. And then you've got Trump-related stuff recently, and that's about it. Although that's not really Trump. Anyway, so that's the China FUD sideways here for a while. But I mean, overall, this market is up. Y2K, housing crisis, bobble, 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 bobble. You know, continue. So I do try to keep with a bullish bias because if I ever try to switch to a bearish bias, I would be wrong most of the time. Bubble? I was saying bobble, but bubble bobble. Bubble bath. Kind of feels like a bubble bath. Let's take a log off and see what that looks like. That's what the log off. Looking pretty vertical right there coming out of coronavirus. But that's all inflated money. That's all that money going into the stock market. I wonder if the stock market you know what? I wonder, guys. I wonder if all this money going into the stock market stops inflation. Do you think it could? Because think about it. If the Fed's going to print $3 trillion and $2 trillion of it goes into the stock market, I'm just throwing numbers out here. I have no idea what's what. That only leaves $1 trillion left to go into circulation, which will still eventually end up in the stock market. So I wonder if the stock market is kind of like the sponge, the absorption sponge. Oh, you know what? I remember this time. We were sitting right below that prior high. Look at that right there. Bam. Wonder if cake addiction stops diabetes. No, but it's almost like I wonder if your dad's cake addiction can stop your diabetes. That's what I'm likening it to. If your dad's 350 pounds and he gets to 500 pounds, is that 150 pounds of candy you didn't eat? That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if this whole run here, and I don't know the answer to this. It's just a conjecture, but the money's going to go somewhere, and if it goes floundering into the economy, yeah, I don't know how that works. I think that's an interesting question. Because if the money goes into the stock market, it usually don't come back out. Yeah, all the money ends up in the market. Well, that goes with my theory that we talked a while back. Remember about how this is the onion money hole, that video we watched months ago. This is the onion money hole. It's an American tradition to drop your money in the hole. My granddad worked 30 years shoveling in that money hole. That was excellent. That was excellent. I gotta say it. So anyway, yeah, I wonder if this is a thing. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping a bullish bias. I mean, barring anything major, like I said, most of the time the market goes up after a presidential election. The last time it didn't go up was due to 2008 financial crisis and the 2000 stock market bubble. Now the stock market bubble is a little bit of an anomaly. I do have to say this. I've never seen anyone talk about this. They just say the 2000 bubble and subsequent, but like why the 2008 one occurred. We know why this one occurred. We know why this one occurred. Did this just occur because of the 2000 stock market bubble? Interesting. I wonder how far the Qs go back. Yeah, see, they all start just prior to 2000. Just prior to 2000. But in my mind, it was kind of interesting. I'm like, why would this move cause this much decline? Like, what else was at play that caused that much decline? And maybe it's because I wasn't truly paying attention prior to like 1999. Maybe because I didn't live it, I don't understand. But I mean, if you look at a long term NASDAQ chart, it was basically straight up for a while. Yeah, see, there's 2000. So if you look at, so we came up here, popped over 800, popped over 1000 with a double bottom base right there, and then from 1000 almost straight up to 5000. Yeah, so I guess that's what could cause that. That makes more sense when you look at it in that context, at least for me. And beautiful double bottom. Best buy of a generation. I remember that. Yeah, had no money at the time, but I remember that. I'm like, oh, I wish I had a lot of money here. I'd just buy this shit out of everything. That's what I was saying. To myself. Saying it to myself. Anywho. So that's how it all works. That's how it all works. But yeah, I'm staying bullish here. Coronavirus of another generation. Eh. NIO. Oh, it just popped up. Damn, son. That's decent volume so far. Tesla raises capex guidance, plans outlay of 12 billion over 2 years. Ooh, what's this? Okay, operates in a capital-intensive industry and electric vehicle giant is stepping up investment to maintain its lead over the competition. Tesla capex for fiscal year 2020 will likely. Oh, this is some stupid analyst. Oh, 10Q filing. Gotcha. So it's not a stupid analyst. All right. So the high range of 3.5 billion. Revision is due to ramping of new products, Model Y and Solar Roof, construction, manufacturing facilities on 3 continents, and development and manufacture of new battery cell technology. The hike in capex also takes into account pipeline of announced projects under development and all other continuing infrastructure growth. More importantly, Tesla expects capex to increase to 4.5 to 6 billion in 2021 and 2022. Damn, that's awesome. Express confidence in meeting the capital needs with its cash flow from operations, better working capital management, resulting in shorter days outstanding than days payable outstanding, and sales growth are facilitating positive cash generation, the automaker said. We expect our ability to be self-funded to continue as long as macroeconomic factors support current trends in our sales. It's become necessary for Tesla to invest in R&D and manufacturing. What? This is the stupidest sentence ever put into a freaking headline. It becomes necessary. It becomes necessary. It becomes necessary for Tesla to invest in R&D. Really? That's all they've done is invest in R&D. Their entire freaking history is invest in R&D to maintain technological superiority and over peers to sustain its sales growth. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. Why don't you just reverse that statement? Just reverse that. It's become necessary for the automotive industry to invest in R&D and manufacturing to maintain its sales growth. That's really what it should read. Yes, Ellie, I am a real analyst. Screw all these other people. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. NIO reportedly working on in-house self-driving chips. Okay. Planning to embark on in-house R&D to develop computing chips for autonomous driving, the Chinese news outlet 3KR reported. In unlevel cup and handle? I guess it. Yeah, I don't know. BGF. Oh, big 5. That? No, that's not a cup and handle. It's too high. It's already broken out. It's basically a cup. Yeah, that is not a thing. Could go on to form a base on base pattern because it went up about 15%. Yeah. So it could go on to form a base on base pattern, but no, that would not be a cup and handle. All right, Tesla back down. NASDAQ 0.4. EXPI pulling down. NIO looks like it's holding okay. Another beautiful flag for NIO. GBTC, El Livongo, trying to get froggy here. Net having a pretty good day. Looks like pulling back at the moment. Again, no major volume this morning on net. iRobot 3%. Big down day on earnings, but not going anywhere. Support by the 50-day. And yeah, I don't think it's in a too bad of a spot. I'm not jumping on it though. Space, D-Dog. Trying to bounce off the 50-day. Peloton, RH, Nvidia, Roku, Tesla. What else is up here? Square. Trying to find support off the 50-day and or trend line. BLFS is pretty tight up here, actually. Paycom, it looks great. My goodness. That's block buying, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. And that's right where they stop buying. CELH still in a range. Let's check that out. Yeah, I came right down to the bottom of this range. I got this little trend line here. It stopped right on it yesterday. And volume's been relatively low the past couple of days. Well, let me take that back. It's not relatively low. It's just lower than that one green day. But it is down. Fortunately, today it's not dropping. We'll see if it's able to hold up. I do still like this. The chart looks pretty good. Earnings are coming up in November 12th. So we'll see how that pans out. Nvidia. Cup and handle on Nvidia. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. So that's the start of your handle right there. And we're down about 20%. So it's a real shallow pattern. I do like this Nvidia. I did end up closing out my position in Nvidia. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it to look decent again. Support here at the 50-day so far. Doesn't look like any major bouncing happening, except for that one huge, massive candle to close yesterday, which caused this high volume kind of spike. That was impressive. I did see that. So after hours, that is probably a dark pool trade that just settled somewhere. I don't know how those get reported, to be honest with you. I know they get settled after hours, though. They have to report to the exchange. So a big dark pool trade down here. Hopefully at that 50-day support. And then you see Nvidia this morning with some pretty decent volume. No action, though. It's not the end of the world. There's trade desk. Tesla's still coming back down, giving my options a little bit of my sold options a little bit of a boost. There we go. Yeah, so I think the reason I was doing so good with selling those Tesla options earlier was because of earnings. I was selling them before earnings, and they were pretty high volatility. So historically, you probably got to take a look at that volatility or whatever metric, because yeah, I didn't get near the same type of volatility after earnings on the options I sold for this week. So I don't think it's going to be as good on most normal stocks. It's going to have to take a while to paper trade it and stuff to see how it works out. But still, I mean, 1,000 here, 1,000 there makes up for some stupidity. GBTC is rising the ranks, but I think it's because other things are falling down. I don't think it's because GBTC is getting healthier. It's really done nothing so far today. Let's go check out global watch list. FFIV earnings? Yes. Dang, they killed it. 1.7 estimate, 2.4. That's very good. Yeah, that's a good t-shirt, Ellie. I only work to cover my trading losses. That's awesome. Xilinx pulling back on earnings. NIO still going strong. I don't know, man. NIO could be one of those just gangbusters that is staring you in the face the entire time. I've taken some good chunks out of NIO. Missed that whole last one. I really liked this consolidation too. Like I was all over that one. Unfortunately, I don't listen to myself, so I never bought it. This one's looking pretty good too. But I mean, just look at how sideways that was. That's perfect. That's probably JP Morgan buying before that announcement. It's probably what that was. JP Morgan just supporting. They're like, just buy everything above whatever. And then they just bought it. Then you get a big 20. That was a big pump too. That was a huge pump. That was a 33% pump in 3 days. That'd have been the percentage options trade of the year. And I think you could have a decent opportunity to come up here and try to do it again. I don't know. I'm liking this though. Sell-off had nothing to it. I wonder if this could be an ascending base. It could be. It could be an ascending base. We could try to get super high with a quickness. Yeah, so I have 55 in the target from when we were looking at whatever else we were last looking at, and this is at 27. And the way this is, if this is an ascending base, you'd have 1, 2, 3, and a break over a 30 would be your pop. And so you're looking at least a 36. And even that's profitable going way out, going out to late 2021, mid 2021. Oh, that's 2023? Holy Jesus, never mind. What about mid 2021? Oh, there's mid 2021. Yeah, that's loosely profitable, but still, it's giving it 206 days. That's 80% getting to 36. If you follow an additional trajectory here, if it stays on this path, which it's been so far. What's up, Cool? Cool Sheet in the house. That gets us up in the 40s. If that holds by January. And that's a decent trade. It's 150%. Grabbed a 370 Riot. Yeah, I don't think Riot's bad. I have Riot actually. Obviously, Riot is a Bitcoin mining business. So you're playing a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of the business with Riot. I think 3.7's a little bit high, but I think Bitcoin's got more in the tank personally. AMD down 4%. They were starting to look good too. Yeah, did we talk about a Head and Shoulders on this one? I think, yeah, there's our neckline. So we did talk about Head and Shoulders. Oh, they had earnings. Oh, it's because of earnings, Rob. It's not because of the Xilinx thing. I mean, that's loosely part of it. So, but they had earnings. 10:27 before market. They had earnings this morning. So I guess earnings and that coincided. I missed that. AMD to buy Xilinx for 35 billion offers rosy earnings forecast. Yeah, give AMD a shot. Don't worry about AMD. I wouldn't. Yeah, okay. Rival chip maker for 35 billion. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about AMD. So it's just a stock for stock exchange. which is a little weird. Yeah, I can't see how buying a competitor would be a bad thing. I mean, the only weird thing it could do, because it is a looks like it's a stock, 35 billion in stock. So if they got 41 cents versus 18 cents a year earlier, I'd say that's pretty good growth right there. Will create the industry's leading high-performance computing company, significantly expanding the breadth of AMD's product portfolio and customer set across diverse growth markets where Xilinx is an established leader. Cool. Such a why do they give me this news window and obviously overflow it? That's the dumbest thing in the world. We see a lot of stupid tech decisions, I gotta say. Xilinx shareholders will get a fixed exchange ratio of 1.7234 shares of AMD's common stock for each share of Xilinx common stock that they own. The exchange ratio implies 143 per share for Xilinx common stock. Xilinx shares recently changed just below 125. That is not a high premium for Xilinx. AMD looks like either they look like they may have gotten a pretty decent bargain. It's a neutral move near term for AMD. Starting in 2022 to be a timely given our expectation for a slowdown in AMD's market share gains in both PCs and data centers starting next year. Riser processor sales more than offset lower sales in graphics. In servers, she pointed to expanded AMD processor deployment from large hyperscale partners. So they're lagging in graphics. I don't know if Xilinx is supposed to help that or not, but maybe they should do more in graphics. All right, well, tis what it is. How's NIO doing? Pulling back a little bit. Tesla pulled back. NASDAQ 0.1, it was up 0.3, 0.4, something like that. So pulling back a little bit. Once again, election's a week away, so who the hell knows what's going to happen until then. Probably just a lot more garbage chop. So stick with that one for now. How's MJ doing? Hmm. Yeah, I should have let my call options expire above the 11 just to see what would happen because I really not like I give a shit about my MJ positions. Maybe I should sell the 10. Going for another new low on MJ? Could be. Who's buying cruise liners? Why? What's going on? What's down today? So KG is down. Ooh, Rob, you undercut by about 10% there, buddy. But you best know what you're doing with this bad boy. That is not support. You're looking for support. That is not it. Casa down. AMD down. PLNHF really moving around on me here. There we go. Cup and handle on that one. LAD, not good. Signature Bank in New York, Looks like nobody wants to bank with signatures anymore. NASDAQ flat. Pays down. PLL continuing to drop. Hopefully flattening out at some point. We'll see. AMC, Myrna, Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin not pricing in a Trump win. Lemonade, expensive insurance dropping off. AZPN filling out a range. Visa breaking down from a loose range going to a slightly wider range. Very interesting on Visa. Much nicer run coming up in a while whenever we settle this garbage out. Soxel, NFE looks like it may want to try to roll over. Ping, AMC, UAL still tightening its range, which it's been doing for a while now. Ping, Netflix gapping down but not going anywhere. Beyond Meat, Hubs, Skyworks failed to break out. LHX doesn't care. Lower. DHI lower. TRN lower. Zoom maintaining, rising for now. Las Vegas Sands. Constellation Brands rolling over. No one buying alcohol. Guess they're too depressed to buy alcohol. Crowd, AVGO, Anik. DocuSign, Domino's Pizza. Choppily slowly moving higher. Anik, choppily slowly going nowhere. New Skins, choppily slowly going higher. Why? Not looking bad. Why? Declining, descending triangle, excuse me. Good volume the past couple of days. 2 massive pocket pivots. What's going on with YY? Trades higher on possible M&A deal with Baidu. So maybe a buyout. 60 million cash dividend. 200 million cash dividend. What is that? Around date of merger. 60 million cash dividend around date of merger. Huya to acquire all the outstanding shares of Douyu through stock-for-stock merger. I don't know what that means. Is that YY? Huh. Ring, Lower volume is good. Crowd, Zen, Crowd, Tran, Bold. Support of the 50 maybe. ServiceNow. Going higher somehow. Dropbox sucks. Proofpoint sucks. Silver sucks. That looks like a bear flag now. Doesn't look like a bottom ready to pop anymore. It looks like a bear flag. Donkey Kong. Going down. Doesn't even have a 200-day moving average yet. Undercut the 50-day. Talked about a head and shoulders and target down here at 31. We'll see what happens. I'm going to bounce after this walkthrough, guys, unless you guys have anything else you want to chit-chat about. You not looking bad. I'm not mad at this. I'm not really mad at this at all. This is holding up really nicely. Right, sitting right at 100, popping over 100 a little bit. This one's doing relatively well. Gold looks like it's consolidating. What, cool shit? You don't like 1U? You think 4U's is going to look any better? Come on, man. Generac looks amazing. All right, let's look at 4U's. You laughed at my joke. We're going to do it. So first of all, it's a very low dollar stock, which is not a good thing. Energy Fuels Inc. Yeah, I don't like these names that are trending. Like this is a weekly chart up here, Cool Sheet. I don't like these names that do this. Just constant lows over years. This goes back to this is 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just avoid this. I just don't just avoid this. Yeah. I mean, you could be like Mel and play the what if though, and the what if though is nice, but what if though rarely pans out. So if you want to keep an eye on it, that's great. Keep an eye on it, but just avoid it. Sherman Williams is a stock that rarely goes down going back years. These are the ones I like to be in. Look at that weekly chart, man. Although I think I've traded Sherman Williams only a couple of times. May only be once. That's funny. I have a small towel that I put my water cups on, and I put it on my mic stand, and it just fell off and clicked my mouse, which happened to be on GLD. I thought that was funny. EPAM not bad at the 50. Massey curling back up. That's nice. Okta, a little too choppy for my taste. Take two, nice. Into it, not too bad. Cup and handle. Sand, declining wedge, lower volume, maybe 200-day support. Bigger picture doesn't look too good. RH still consolidating. Very nice. This is very nice, eh? Very nice. Yeah, I'd like the elections to be today, Ellie, so we can just get it the fuck over with. Please. CDNA looks great. Very nice consolidation here. Pretty sideways, a little bit of a downward turn towards the end, but not too bad. We'll see how it does in the next coming days. Time to buy after the election. There's always an opportunity to buy, Ellie. There's always an opportunity to buy, which is what's stopping me from rushing back in the market here, trying to front run anything. Most of the time when I try to front run, I get hurt. So I'm not front running. I'm just going to play the lazy man's game. I'm just going to be a lazy trader. I'm just going to wait for the market to come to me. Team's been doing pretty good, Ellie. You mentioned this one, I think, a week or two ago. This one's been doing pretty good. Popped up, bit of a bull flag up there. Earnings in 2 days. So we'll see what that leads to. Tesla, always looking great. VFF looks good. Crocs is looking good. Crocs looks like it's just on a tear. As odd as that. There's like no setups here at all, but it's just continuation. Just small buy after small buy. Paycom, very, very nice. A little extended, but should I say very extended. Baba looks good. You know, it's kind of funny. Most of the ones towards the top of my list usually look the best too. Funny how that works. BLFS. IVR. That's an official technical assessment of IVR, by the way. DDOG, pull back to the 50. CRM, Riot Blockchain, looking pretty decent. Bitcoin's looking pretty good too. Roku, huh? Look at you sideways. Look at how low volume Roku is. This is looking pretty nice. Last earnings were much ado about nothing. We'll see about this time. It ran after. Earnings are coming up though. 11.5. So that's a week and a half. That's later next week. It's next Thursday, not even a week and a half. Net, beautiful bull flag. CELH trying to bounce back. Flag it, FLGT. That's kind of choppy and weird. Winnebago couldn't get going, unfortunately. Weibo, Look at the weekly on Weibo. Very long consolidation. Could be trying to turn up for longer term. Shorter terms, obviously weirder. Livongo not bad. Twitter, I guess, is breaking out of a very long-term turnaround play. Yeah, I just can't do it. GBTC better. Actually, it looks like it's dropped a little bit. NIU, recent addition, has pulled back a decent amount to the 20-day moving average. NIO, man, still won't look bad. It's like the supermodel of stocks right now. And EXPI, trying to bounce back after getting decimated. NIO looks super. CELH does have potential if you want to try maybe a bottom buy down here with a relatively tight stop loss. About 5%. Maybe 6 if you want to give it down there, but hopefully a bounce back at some point. This thing looks just really good. Look at the uptrend on this guy. And then the volume lately, this is a really good one. I do like this. I hope it works out. Otherwise, it's going to go on for a much bigger base, which would kind of be a no-go. But yeah, NIO looking really good here. Such volume right there. Should easily find support. We have a higher low. Easily, because actually this is your low, and then this is your low. That is much higher. If that trajectory stays on point. I don't follow analysts. I just don't. But I've never ever seen an analyst come by, not that I can remember, come out and say a stock's going to double. I've never seen that. Just never. It's just so weird. So, I don't know. I'm probably going to take an NIO position. Yeah. But I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Market is up 0.3, so we've staved off going negative on the day so far, which is pretty good. And NIO is probably the best looking one here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Gonna wait for that one to kind of move. Then I'll probably jump on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow or in the power hour later today as the crypto market's looking interesting again. Seems to oscillate day after day. All right, Ellie, have a good one, buddy. I will see the rest of you guys later. And you switch to crypto? Nice, you do both. You don't need to switch, just do both. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.